The fate of the Montagnard people is reflected in their family lives. Mothers are separated from sons, grandchildren from their grandmothers. Vietnamese policies have shattered Montagnard families. While filming this documentary, Koch received an unexpected call. A group of villagers had brought his mother to a telephone. She had been interrogated and beaten by Vietnamese security forces.
I'm in the Lord's army, yes sir. I may never march.
We take freedom for granted. The freedom to be with friends and family. The freedom to express ourselves as we see fit. This freedom is not enjoyed by everyone.
Yes sir. Yeah. And because we are trying to promote human rights over there in the Central Highlands, and now the Vietnamese government, react toward that. All of our people knows about our organization, by the Montagnard Foundation, what we are doing over there to protect the human rights for our people. And that because we're doing that, the Vietnamese government arrested our people and beat up our people and many other things that they did. Right now we cannot stop because all the Montagnard people already know their right, already know about the human right and everything. So they're going to fight for their right. They cannot stop. You know, right now they'll fight with words.
In February 2001, the Montagnard Hill tribe staged one of the biggest demonstrations in Vietnam that rocked the foundations of the Hanoi government. The Vietnamese government closed the area to outsiders, and the US Embassy issued an advisory against travel there. Once the area was closed to international scrutiny, the authorities deployed military forces, tanks, and helicopter gunships to the region.
What happened to your mom after the demonstrations and your family?
Well, after the demonstration, the authorities interviewed my mom and my three half brothers and forced them to say that they did not agree with me and to say that what I did was wrong for our people and something like that.
In August 2001, Koch asked the UN to take emergency action on the Montagnard crisis.
The state carries out a policy of equity, solidarity and mutual assistance among all nationalities and forbids all acts of ethnic discrimination and division.
Koch was able to contradict Vietnam's position on human rights.
In February 2001, thousands of Montagnards of Vietnam's Central Highlands peacefully demonstrated, demanding the Vietnamese government respect the human rights of our people. The government of Vietnam has executed some of our people, burned down churches, and occupied our villages. Human Rights Watch, Amnesty International, Refugee International, and U.S. Congressional Resolution 178 have all reported that Vietnam offered bounties to Cambodian authorities for the capture of our people who tried to flee this crackdown.
Hundreds of Montagnards were able to escape Vietnamese security forces, and the UN organized emergency refugee camps in Cambodia. Vietnam responded by increasing patrols on the border to prevent a further exodus of refugees.
I am the person coordinating all aspects of the operation here in the province, Montagnard province.
Roger, now that people are moving back to their tents, if you could once again keep an eye on the Tigers over.
Tigers is a code word for Cambodian authorities.
The present situation here in Montagnard, we're in the fortunate situation where we have an international NGO, Médecins du Monde, MDM, which is able to provide an as-needed consultation. They do weekly visits, actually.
Yeah, they dry lots of bamboo shoot here. It's good. At least they get some food.
These days, yesterday and today, Thursday and Friday, are the first of a series of technical meetings where the three principal parties, the government of Vietnam, the government of Cambodia, and UNHCR sit down and actually start talking about technical matters related to repatriation. In general, UNHCR always pursues at least one of three potential durable solutions. There's voluntary repatriation to the country of origin. There's local settlement, that is settlement of some percentage of the population in the country of asylum. and there's resettlement to a third country.
The fate of hundreds of our refugees in Cambodia currently remains in doubt as Vietnam rejected UN proposals for their safe return.
We should hang our heads in shame for, on the way we treated the Montagnards and deserting them like we did. And we should make every effort to help them today.
And every name's a father, or a husband, or a son, or a daughter, or a brother, or a cousin to someone. Or that name might be a classmate, or a friend you may recall. There's nearly 60,000 fallen names waiting at the wall. Solid, cold, and black. A visitor may...
I also thank them, just like all the veterans, U.S. Special Forces and 4th Infantry Division right now jumping in, try to help us, and many others veterans that would like to help. I really appreciate that, just to support us in our fighting for the human right for my people in the Central Highlands.
If it was not for the Montagnards and their sacrifice in Vietnam, there would be thousands of more Americans' names on the Vietnam Wall. I mean, they died in place of Americans over in Vietnam. That wall would be much, much bigger than what it is now today.